Hi everybody, this is Chelsea with Let's Talk. Today, let's break down connecting words of contrast. Connecting words are so important because we use them to make longer, much more interesting sentences. So if you really want to make your writing more advanced, work on these connecting words. So we're going to start with one that you already know, which is but. But is a coordinating conjunction. That prefix there, co, means together. So coordinating conjunctions connect two equally important words or clauses. I could say, Tony complained about the concert, but he clapped at the end. So here I'm joining two clauses, subject verb, subject verb. Tony complained, he clapped. So but is joining these two equal clauses. You can also use it to join words. The speaker was loud but kind. Both of those things together. Usually loud, we think of angry, but he was kind. The speaker was loud but kind. Here, we're joining these two equal adjectives. So, one very important thing to know about coordinating conjunctions is in proper written English, we can't use coordinating conjunctions. I'm going to call them CCs at the beginning of sentences. In proper English, they only go between clauses, between words, between phrases. They cannot start a sentence. In spoken English, we do it all the time. But in formal written English, don't start any sentences with coordinating conjunctions. Moving on to our next contrast word, we've got a new category. We're looking at the words although and even though. Although and even though are in the category of subordinating conjunctions. Previously was coordinating conjunctions. Here we've got subordinating conjunctions. Sub means under, so it connects one clause to another clause that's less important than it. So, although and even though, pretty much the same meaning, even though it's a little bit stronger. We use these to talk about an unexpected result. We thought that something would happen, that would make sense, but it didn't. Something else happened instead. So I could say, although I don't like this band, I'm going to the concert. Kind of weird, right? If I don't like the band, why would I go to the concert? But it's unexpected. Although I don't like this band, I'm going to the concert. I just really like live music. So even though, same idea, a little bit stronger. The performance was amazing, even though the drummer dropped his drumsticks. a few times. You would think if the drummer was terrible, the drummer dropped their drumsticks, that the performance would be bad. But the performance was amazing. So using even though to show that kind of unexpected result. So note, although I've put at the beginning of the sentence, even though I've put in the middle of the sentence. Subordinating conjunctions can go at the beginning or the middle. Either one is fine. If your subordinating conjunction is in the first clause at the beginning, we need a comma in the middle. And you can change around any one of these. Although and even though can only go with clauses. So it can't just have one word after it, not a noun, not just one verb. It has to have a whole clause, a subject and a verb to go along with it. Okay, last one is however. And however is what we call a subjunctive adverb. By the way, you don't need to know these names. It's not important, all right? It just kind of helps put things into categories. So, subjunctive adverbs show connections between sentences, between two separate sentences. I usually hate country music. Period. One complete sentence. However, the musician's guitar playing was so good that I bought the CD. So we still have two contrasting ideas. Usually I hate country music, blech. But this country musician's guitar playing was amazing. I bought a CD. That's weird. Hate country music, bought a country CD? There is a contrast. So subjunctive adverbs have to go at the beginning of sentences. All right, they can't go after a comma. You can't switch these around. It doesn't work. I usually hate country music, period. This will go at the beginning of a sentence and it'll be followed by a comma. However, comma, the musician's guitar playing, blah, 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 blah. Now, there is a possibility to connect two complete sentences with a semicolon instead of a period. A semicolon shows that there's some kind of connection between the two sentences. So it's never necessary, but especially in formal writing, it just shows a little bit more of a connection. So if you use a semicolon, we can start the next one with a subjunctive adverb. It'll be lowercase though. However, we'll still have the comma after it. I usually hate country music, semicolon. However, comma, musician's guitar playing was so good. All right, students, in the comments, tell me what is something you have to do even though you don't like it. This is Chelsea telling you it's not nerdy being wordy. Let's talk again soon.